Welcome back, explorers of the cosmos. If you've ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about the mysteries of the universe, you're in the right place. Today, we are diving deep into the wonders of space with 20 mind-blowing space facts that will leave you in awe. From distant galaxies to the very core of our solar system. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey through space like never before. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about our very own sun. Did you know the sun is actually a middle-aged star? It's roughly 4.6 billion years old and has another 5 billion years to go before it burns out. It's the largest object in our solar system, making up 99.86% of the total mass. Speaking of stars, here's a mind-boggling fact about black holes. A black hole's gravity is so strong that not even light can escape it, which is why we can't see them directly. But did you know that black holes can actually be smaller than the Earth, yet have a mass millions of times greater? They are the densest objects in the universe. Next, let's zoom out to the Milky Way galaxy. Our galaxy is home to an estimated 100 billion stars, but what's fascinating is that it's not alone. There are over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe, and many of them are still beyond our reach. Just imagine how much more is out there. Speaking of stars and galaxies, let's talk about the giants of our solar system. Jupiter is not only the largest planet in our solar system, but it also has more than 79 moons. One of its moons, Ganymede, is actually bigger than the planet Mercury. Moving on to Earth's closest neighbor, the moon. Did you know the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth? Each year, it moves about 3.8 centimeters farther from us. It's a slow process, but in the distant future, it could impact tides and even the length of our days. Here's a fascinating one. The Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest neighbor galaxy, is on a collision course with the Milky Way. But don't worry, it won't happen for another 4.5 billion years. When it does collide, it will create a whole new galaxy, and our solar system might even be flung into a new position. Venus is often called Earth's twin because it's similar in size and composition. However, its surface temperature is hot enough to melt lead, with an average temperature of 465 C. It's one of the most inhospitable places in the solar system, making Earth look like paradise. Speaking of planets, did you know that Mars used to have liquid water on its surface? Evidence shows Mars once had rivers, lakes, and maybe even oceans. Today, we're exploring the possibility of finding life in its ancient waters. Let's talk about comets. These icy visitors come from the distant regions of our solar system and are often seen with spectacular tails. Comet Hale-Bopp, visible in 1997, had a tail that spanned over 35 million kilometers, which is about 25 times the distance from Earth to the Sun. Now, let's go beyond what we can see with our eyes. The Hubble Space Telescope has captured some of the most breathtaking images of space, revealing distant galaxies and nebulae. One of its most famous photos, the Pillars of Creation, shows dense clouds of gas and dust where new stars are born. NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft, which was launched in 1977, is currently the farthest human-made object from Earth. It's over 14 billion miles away from our planet, and it's still sending signals back to us from the outer edges of our solar system. Let's talk about Saturn and its iconic rings. Saturn's rings are made mostly of ice particles, dust, and rocks. What's amazing is that they are not solid, but rather thousands of thin, individual rings that vary in size and composition. Have you ever heard of a supernova? It's a massive star explosion that occurs when a star runs out of fuel. When this happens, the star collapses in on itself, releasing an enormous amount of energy. Some supernova can briefly outshine an entire galaxy. Here's an interesting fact about our own backyard. There's a growing issue with space debris. Thousands of satellites and pieces of wreckage orbit Earth, creating a hazard for future space missions. Scientists are working on ways to clean up this mess before it becomes unmanageable. One of the most iconic images of Earth is the blue marble, taken in 1972 by the Apollo 17 crew. It's one of the clearest views of Earth from space, showing our planet in all its beauty and fragility. On Mars, NASA's Perseverance rover is currently collecting samples that will eventually be brought back to Earth. This mission is part of the first step in humanity's long-term goal to send humans to Mars and one day colonize it. Neutron stars are the remnants of massive stars that exploded in supernova. These stars are incredibly dense, and just a teaspoon of a neutron star's material would weigh around 6 billion tons. They are the most compact objects in the universe. Exoplanets are planets that orbit stars outside our solar system. As of now, over 5,000 exoplanets have been discovered, and some of them are in the habitable zone, where liquid water could exist. Who knows? We may find another Earth out there. Here's something to ponder. The universe is expanding. In fact, it's expanding at an accelerating rate, which means galaxies are moving farther and farther away from each other. This discovery has completely changed how we understand the universe's fate. Finally, light travels at a speed of 299,792 kilometers per second. Even at this incredible speed, it takes light over 8 minutes to travel from the Sun to Earth. Imagine how long it would take for light to travel to the farthest corners of the universe. Space is full of wonders, and we've just scratched the surface. Whether it's the mysteries of black holes, the possibilities of alien life, or the incredible technology that allows us to explore the universe, there's always something new to discover. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite space fact in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious.